Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Mike, this is my aviation channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking, not aviation, but we're going to be talking about the new Formula 1 movie, F1 the movie, starring Brad Pitt. This is supposed to be like Formula 1 meets Top Gun, and that's how I brought it to the channel. I love fast cars, I love Formula 1, I love aviation. I wanted to see if it brought it all together and what my thoughts were on it. I'm going to give you some spoilers in this video, so if you haven't seen the movie, please just skip this video and watch it later on, and let me know what you think to the movie down in the comments down below. But just to put a bit of context into this, so I am a massive Formula 1 fan as well as aviation. I am a McLaren fan at heart, hence the jacket, but my favourite driver of all time is Max Verstappen. I think he's amazing. I'm just not a massive fan of the Red Bull team, but I'm a bit sentimental towards McLaren. A little bit of context how much of an F1 fan I am. It's not that I watched Netflix Drive to Survive last week and now I'm all of a sudden this expert on Formula 1. I've been a lifelong fan of Formula 1. I started watching Formula 1 back in the early 90s with my parents. I vividly remember back in the 90s, 1994, when Ayrton Senna met his untimely death, and the newspaper landed on the floor, and I was up before my parents. I picked up this newspaper and I saw Ayrton Senna's face on the front of that paper, and it just resonated with me, and ever since then I've watched Formula 1 pretty much nearly every GP from that point onwards. So massive fan. I'm a sentimental McLaren fan because of Ayrton Senna and some of the amazing cars and drivers they've had over the years. Lewis Hamilton, when he drove for them, I loved them. But I've got to say, I'm a Max Verstappen fan at heart, but McLaren is my team of choice, so I'd love to see Max go over to McLaren. I don't know if that will ever happen or not. One of the other things that I'm so proud of is I'm probably one of the only people in the world right now that has been selling parts from Ayrton Senna's car, his MP4 6 championship winning McLaren. My business has facilitated the sale of massive parts of that car, and also McLaren engines as well. So I've had some real cool Formula 1 experiences, especially with McLaren, through my business. Go check that out, I'll put it in a link down below, treasuresoftime.co.uk, and we've still got some Ayrton Senna parts and Max Verstappen parts and Lewis Hamilton parts available on the website. So a little plug for my business there. So being a fan of Formula 1, I thought I will go and see the Formula 1 movie, and I got to see the Birmingham premiere of the movie Monday night. It's now Tuesday when I'm recording this, and I've got to say I wasn't that impressed by the movie. I'm not going to give too many spoilers, but some of the things I was so hopeful, because you know how much I like Top Gun. It's basically the same team as Top Gun. Joseph Kosinski, Jerry Bruckheimer, and many more names were involved in this project that were also involved in Top Gun Maverick. So I was excited for that. And what I will say is what didn't let this movie down was the visuals. I thought the visuals were stunning and the onboard was really good. I thought I liked that aspect of the film, and there was a certain Top Gun aspect there with that. So visually, the film was absolutely amazing. However, that was the best part, and I just felt it was too far-fetched. I didn't feel that the acting was great in it, although Brad Pitt's part was okay. Cast of the movie, I thought the cast was visually cast really well. Brad Pitt was okay, but I didn't fully buy in to the character. I definitely didn't feel the same way about Sonny Hayes, Brad Pitt's character, as I did Tom Cruise and Maverick. The character wasn't that deep. I thought Damson Idris visually was perfect for the role. However, again, he was supposed to be a rookie, and I didn't feel that he presented himself like the rookies of today, especially with the likes of, we've got Ollie Behrman coming in, Franco Colapinto, we've got Isaac Hadjar, we've got all these guys that have come in. They're really nice. The Formula One culture today is very different to how it was portrayed in this movie, I think, looking from the outside in, yeah, it just didn't feel, I didn't feel anything for any of the characters throughout the movie. So I'm sorry if I've upset anyone there who's seen it. There was more crashes in the movie than the 1998 Belgium Grand Prix. It was crash after crash after crash. Sonny Hayes purposely crashing many times throughout the movie. He would have more points than Max on his license right now if that was real. I just thought it was a little bit far-fetched and not in keeping with true Formula One. It was very Hollywood. It was almost like Formula One. I know it's multicultural, and I know there's lots of countries involved in it, but it's also very British. And I think that the British element was completely eradicated. It wasn't understood, and it would just become American. It's definitely targeted for the American audience. Yeah, it was just, I found it very cringy and hard to watch throughout the entire movie. Although, like I say, the visuals made up for it. And some of the scenes I was like gripped to my seat watching the cars go around the track. But then when it would cut to the off-track parts, I was losing interest. I found myself going on my phone a couple of times during the movie as well, which I felt bad for. But it just didn't grab my attention when it was off track. Some of the things about the movie: the car looked stunning, so cool. It was an F2 car that was modified and converted by Mercedes, I believe, and it did look the part and looked really good. But one of the things I would say it was a massive advert for Mercedes, the Mercedes team, Mercedes AMG. And also Apple as well, so it did feel like I was watching a big commercial. I do believe like Lewis Hamilton was definitely part of the production, and again, credit to Lewis Hamilton. I think with the driving scenes and stuff, obviously I'm not blaming Lewis for any of the acting or any of the storyline or whatever, although he was involved, I think, in some of the writing aspects, but I think that was more technical. So what he did there was brilliant. Lewis has always been one of the guys that I've admired throughout Formula One. Yeah, I don't want to put any of that on Lewis. I think what he's done with the technical aspect is cool. And I think Toto Wolff was credited as an executive producer as well, so he was heavily involved in the film. But it just did feel like I was watching a massive advert for Mercedes and Apple. McLaren HQ was used in the HQ scenes for Apex, which was pretty cool. So that's a nice little Easter egg there. But all in all, I would rate this film probably out of 10. So if I give it to 10 tomatoes, I would probably give it 7.5 tomatoes. So it wasn't a terrible film. It just didn't meet my expectations of a Formula One film. And I don't know what they would be, my expectations of a Formula One film. I liked Rush. I thought Rush was a really good film, but I think visually, 100% this beat Rush like miles by miles. So if you could just take all the visual track aspects and put them into a 45-minute film, again, that would be amazing. But I just didn't bond with any of the characters during this. They didn't come up. It just didn't gel for me. That being said, there was plenty of personalities to be seen throughout the entire movie, so you got to see all your favourite Formula One drivers doing cameo roles in the movie. Same with team principals as well. I think the commentary from Brundle and Crofty added a bit of realism. However, it felt like I was listening to the commentary in a Formula One game rather than watching Formula One on a Sunday. the commentary sounded a little bit scripted, and it was definitely made basic for the non-Formula One viewer, so it lost that authenticity when you were watching it as a Formula One geek. I'll wait till it comes onto Apple and I will watch it on Apple. So just let me know down below your thoughts. I'll be really interested to see your comments, and I will reply to every single one of them. So guys, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe to the channel and click the notifications. You'll get all my latest uploads. I'm going to go for a walk now. I'm still trying to keep this weight off for my wing walk that is happening in less than a month's time. I can't wait for that. I've even got my wing walk shoes on. I'm getting used to them, and they're really good for walking actually. So my little finger feet there. Guys, I will see you in the next video. Take care. Remember, comment down below.